And I'd like to call our pre-council meeting to order tonight. We have the key kids coming in at 7 p.m., so we'll probably have to run through the agenda a couple of times. It got us getting very close to not getting all of our pre-council in, so we'll try to hurry through the agenda tonight and see if we can address some things and knock it out before we even get to the meeting. All right, according to the agenda, we got regular orders. Business will start as usual, call to order. Looks like everyone except Mr. Butler's in attendance. Invocation. I think Mr. Little done it the last time. I can do it, or I can move over to Mr. Skelton if you'd like to do it. It's up to you.
Doesn't matter to me.
Okay, we'll have it worked out before the meeting. We'll have a roll call. The agenda, don't have much on the agenda. I do have a few things, but they all been things that we have discussed in the past and just an update on where they're at. Is there anybody that's requested? Heather said no, should not receive any communications from any of you asking for anything to be placed on the agenda. Okay, I'll need a motion to approve the agenda.
I can do that.
Thank you. Mr. Skelton, Mr. Little. Y'all have a chance to read over the minutes. I see that there was a couple of corrections made after she sent them out by email yesterday, and it looks like that everything is in order at this time. Do y'all have any questions, additions, deletions, or anything that we need to do? Approval as distributed. I need a motion. I have a motion and a second on that. Recognition, we have key kids tonight. I think we have several of them in, so it will probably be a crowded night. You got all the folders there ready when they come in. If it's okay with y'all, we'll probably do it as we've been doing it. Get that completed, allow them a chance to take a couple of pictures or get with their family members and then leave, and then kind of reconvene after just when it clears out a little bit. Okay.
They did change their name to Best Little Chicken Joint in Saraland instead of Goldfingers now.
We were confused when the name changed. I didn't know that, so thank you, Heather.
Yes, sir. I had to scroll down their Facebook feed to be like, what is going on here?
Okay, there were two people on the agenda to speak tonight. The first one, most of you know, Mr. Al Hawk, longtime resident. And due to the size of the key kids, he said that what he had was a lot of just talk or suggestions. And I said it may be good that we can just more informally talk to pre-council. So I suggest you come on up so we can knock that out. Hopefully y'all don't mind. Mr. Hawk, you want to come up and tell us what you were wanting to speak to us on tonight? Please.
Sure. Appreciate the mayor and council allowing me the opportunity to speak. I'll be brief. Mostly I just wanted to offer appreciation for the resurfacing on Maple and Park Street. My 50-year-old bicycle and 71-year-old legs really appreciate it. So thank you for that. Kind of as a side note to that, and I talked to the mayor earlier about it, is the possibility of sidewalks traveling east on Maple. We had a lot of students. I don't have any, but there are a lot of students that travel Maple on foot, coming and going. So I thought it would be nice if that could be on the radar, and he said it is, so we can let that go. Only one other thing I wanted to just mention. It's not a suggestion. It's not a point of conversation or debate or anything like that, so I'm not looking for answers or anything like that. But I would like to see, if it's possible in the hopefully near future, if we could revisit the golf cart ban. Now, be clear about that, I don't even own one. But it seems like it could be a nice thing that we could provide our residents if we could do it in a safe and an efficient manner. And I think that can happen. So if you just kind of keep that on your back of your mind, maybe one night when you got nothing else to talk about, that'd be something you could say. In closing, I'd like to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to all of you.
Thank you, Al. We appreciate it. So, yeah, we were glad to see those streets paved, and we would like to see more sidewalks. Like I said, we will discuss that in the future. We have a pre-construction meeting on the 13th to do the next phase, which I told you earlier. And we're hoping after the first of the year, through the regional planning sidewalk grants, that we will be able to apply again. So we're just waiting on that to open. I didn't have Philip Sanderson here by any chance? I understand that's going to be at the request of a stop sign to be placed on Park at Pine Street. I guess we'll have to wait to the council meeting and see if he comes up to. Okay, we'll see if Mr. Sanderson comes tonight. Those are the only two people we have. Do we have anybody else that has called or said they may come? Is there anyone else in the audience that may wish to approach the council here in pre-council? Yes, ma'am. Please come up to the front and state your name and address for us, please, just for the record, and tell us what your issue is. Hello?
Good evening. Thank you. Thank you, Mayor. I'm Jacinta Shade, and I reside with Pastor, you all know her as Miss Francine Williams. Dear Sir Mayor, I was the young lady that assisted with the Veterans Dinner.
Right.
I believe meeting you there.
We did meet there.
Yes, sir. Okay, well, I'll try not to keep you long.
Okay.
I'd rather be the person of good news, but it's unfortunate bad news today. I pay Miss Francine monthly. I just paid her earlier this month to stay there. I work hard at the group home over here in Satsuma, and I was very, very tired last night. I pulled 14 hours, okay? Dealing with the mentally challenged, mentally ill is quite challenging sometimes, even though I'm grateful for it. Well, at any rate, Miss Francine was aware of that and spoke just fine last night on the phone, spoke this morning just fine on the phone, and got up, opened the door for her, because we keep a, deadbolt lock on the door. So got up, opened the door, everything was fine, but the bad news is the poor woman left me the strangest note on the kitchen counter. And that's why I showed it to your clerk earlier. And her exact words were, Jacinta, go find you somewhere else to stay. I'm ready for you to go. So I'm asking that City Satsuma, I don't know, if you got a way of reaching out to her. I know she did try to call me finally this evening, but I'm too upset. I'm too upset. This lady and I have gotten along. She's one of the pillars in your community, and I'm trying to stay calm, but it's very, very upsetting. And I'm not a millionaire. Okay, so I do still have the keys. I am still able to get in the house, and some of my things are still there. But I just really don't think that's fair, and I really believe that she should give me back my $300 that I gave to her early this month for staying there. This came all of a sudden this morning.
Where were you staying? I'm kind of lost, Ms. Shades. I'm sorry.
In her house, Miss Francine's house. Yes, sir. It's off of Tawanka Drive, 255 Tawanka Drive South.
Okay. I think it'd probably be better if you spoke with our acting police chief over here, Troy. He might be able to help you. That's a little more along the lines of things that they would answer at the police department than here at the council.
Okay.
But we will, I'm sure if you've got a few minutes to stay around, he can see you in the back here and see if there's anything we can do. Would you be
Okay.
able to meet with her when the meeting's over and just see if we can assist her in any way?
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
y'all so much.
Yes, ma'am. Anyone else? Okay. Going into the mayor's report, a lot of good things. Unfortunately, we have still had a lot of sickness and illness and some deaths in our community and since our last council meeting. So if you see anybody in the Baker family, Mr. Baker passed away. Mr. Briers, who was a longtime resident here. Y'all may have seen John Criswell passed away a couple of weeks ago. His family been around here forever, actually. His grandfather was the city judge back when we used to have the old justice of the peace. So anyway, I just wanted to pass that along in case you run into any of their families. They've all been around here a long time. I may have looked and seen the city, decorated City Hall, library, water board, public safety building, public works. I'd like to give some thanks to all the ladies that work in all the buildings. I think they've done a good job. The public works guys helped them back there, so thank you. I've got several compliments on that. Regarding some of that, I would like to also thank Mr. Little once again this year for his wife came by, but his daughter and niece, Morgan, both contributed again, and for the second year in a row, I think was out there in bad weather and rain trying to put it up. So, Randy, you let those know I really appreciate it, and I thought those young ladies did a good job. So we do appreciate it and wanted to know that. I wanted to mention the Grinch breakfast and some of their people that volunteered for that. We'll go into that, but there's many of those that did. They made a good day Saturday. As we were talking with Mr. Hawk, we have completed the 3 streets, Maple Park, Dogwood. They sent over today saying that they had finished that. I believe everything except the striping around some of the parking and all. And some of this weather, they needed some dry weather to get that done. They also, you may notice, we were able to pave with some of the leftover asphalt from the project, the road, kind of more or less just a driveway going behind the fields over there. So I was real happy that we got that done, and that was all within the price of the bid. As I mentioned earlier, we have been called by a few citizens recently wanting to know if we were doing a sidewalk project, and I've told them that the project has been approved. We've awarded the bid. The pre-construction meeting is next week on the 13th at 9 a.m. here. They said they anticipated getting stuff set up over the holidays, but they probably wouldn't really do any real work until the first part of the year, which I feel like we're going to have that on a lot of projects. The Go Mesa grant that we've had, that we've been working on for quite some time, actually it predates my getting here for the last 2 years. Goodwin Mills and Kaywood has the project out for bid at this time. The bids will have to be in on the 14th. They've asked, we asked for give them a little longer. They did extend it till the 14th. They said that should give them adequate time to review all the bids, have us ready for possible awarding of the bid at our next council meeting. So it's supposed to have several add-ons or deducts that we can do in case the bids come back and we can't afford it. We can look at what we might be able to afford. Without getting any of the bids back or any information from them, you know, it's hard to say exactly what we're going to get or where we're going to be at, but I think that's a monumental step that we've been waiting on. The audit, they are proceeding. I think they were looking for a little bit more paperwork, that there some things they were waiting on, but she said that the 4 to 6 weeks they should have both the water board and the city ready for review. So we'll set dates for the water board and the city in January for a night. If y'all want to do it at a pre-council, we'll probably have to set that hour aside or back it up 30 minutes and start early. Obviously, I don't think we need to try to do it on a kiki at night or anything. It's just going to be too many people. I know y'all keep hearing me say it, but we keep getting closer and closer. Since our last meeting, we did sign the documents for the Treasury Department, had them recorded, verifying everything that's been done on the water sewer project, trying to get it going. And I got an email over the weekend that said that 2 of the 3 steps that had to be completed are now completed with Treasury. They were reviewing the 3rd, expect that back, and that they really are hoping to have everything released and have that project out for bid next month. Holidays are upon us. We've got a lot of events coming up, both for the city, county-related things, so I didn't know if y'all wanted to try to set any other meetings or workshops between now and the 1st of the year. The only thing I can think of for the workshops would be to update y'all on where any of these bids or projects may be or where they could come, or if y'all are looking to start the chief's interviews, since we do have the resumes in, or get y'all's thoughts on that. Building inspector list after the last meeting. Mr. Little, along with Mr. Phillips, met with a gentleman. I think they actually met with a couple of people or talked to and tried to schedule some interviews from the list. They did have one candidate who they really liked. He came back to me, met with me again, and had some things he wanted to know about the job, the position, the hours, the pay, some of those things. I think we come to an agreement that was pretty much in the terms of what y'all have in the budget for that position. So we are pursuing that hire and trying to have it where he will start in here by the last of this month, possibly for insurance reasons, or by the 1st of next month. So,
I did get that information from him today.
was you right on what you were saying?
Yes, sir, as long as they're in the same month.
Oh, okay.
You have to leave one and start one in the same month.
So, all right. Well, thank you for getting that. So hopefully by the next council meeting, if we have all the details worked out, I'll give you all the name and all. I think you'll like him. He had a real good personality and, seemed to have a good background in, with some code enforcement and building inspections. If we do hire and fill that position, we've been using the building inspector's truck for basically all our city stuff, so we'll probably look at going ahead and trying to purchase a vehicle for the city hall if we do that. Okay, we'll have the police report, the fire report. Mr. Little, you got the senior report you're going to give? Okay. On the agenda tonight, they sent something in, I think, an ad. You put that in the packet for them to look over. Call News said that they had, y'all may have looked at the Call News. They got several of the cities, north end of the county, purchased Thanksgiving and Christmas ads, I understand, so we have that. At the next Monday night, we have a water board meeting, 5:30 next door. We'll try to wrap that up early. We have the employee, the safety/Christmas dinner, Steel Creek Lodge at 6:30. If y'all were out Sunday with I-65 southbound blocked and the wreck on 43 in Saraland, you may have seen a traffic nightmare out here. I'm hoping that the starting of that intersection repair work that we're having there at 43 and Pennsylvania Crossing, that won't be a what we're facing stuff as that, but that project also is set up for January 3rd start date. Good. And along with this past Saturday, Christmas parade went well. I think Baldwin Square had a good day. I would like for you to remember the tour of homes is Saturday night. Hopefully we'll see all of you there. And I didn't see where we put it back on, but we have 2 board appointments that we were going to check with and speak with the board appointments from the last time. We put it off for 30 days, but if y'all want, we can go ahead and knock that out, so we'll have it taken care of for the.
We've not had any applications yet, other than the 2 that offered to still remain on the board.
Okay. All right, city calendars in the in your packet So if y'all look over it, see if there's anything else that's left out that we haven't put, or anything you want to add in there, let us know. So that'll be posted. And I've asked her, we're going to go ahead and try in the next month to have January and February's out so we can start lining up some of the meetings for the first part of the year. And I think that's all that I have. Going into reports and announcements, public services, Mr. Little.
Mayor, I was gonna mention when you said the calendar, I'll mention the, garbage pickup, what days will be off on Christmas and New Year's. Let's see. I was gonna give the inspector, interview deal there, you took care of that.
Okay, we're good.
Senior report, I've got that. And once again, as you said, I want to thank everybody. I thought Saturday was a great day. A lot going on in our city. And thanks to everybody that contributed or as far as help take care of things. We're still getting prices on the trash wrap. I spoke about, we had a few issues down there that we needed fixing. Still, like I say, we've got one bid in, but he's in the process of getting a few more. And I believe that's all.
Yeah, we'll have to do something down there at that building before too long, that's for sure.
Well, that's
No
what,
problem.
that's what, I mean, we
Yeah.
don't, I didn't think we was gonna get but one bid, but he told me, that we've got, a couple more that's coming in, but we're gonna
Good.
make a decision quick.
Moving on to Mr. Skelton,
I don't have anything at the moment.
Ms. Reese.
Yes, sir. I just want to remind everybody about the reindeer run this Saturday in Baldwin Square at 8 a.m. It's a 5K and a fun run. That's all.
Thank you. What time did you say it was, 8 a.m.?
The race starts at 8, the 5K does, and then the fun run is at 9, but you'll need to get there a little bit early so you can register or pre-register online.
Mr. Phillips from Public Works.
Mayor, I just run through what I have at the regular meeting.
Is there anything else the council wishes to bring before the board tonight? Well, if not, we're making really good time. We'll let everyone come on in, get settled in, and go from there. Okay, we have gone through the agenda tonight. We'll let the key kids all come in and get seated, and we will call our regular meeting back to order at 7 p.m. So y'all take a moment and stretch, or stick around if you like, and if you think you've got it covered, that's good. Thank you. Evening. It's 7 p.m., and I would like to call the Satsuma City Council to order. Tonight's our regular meeting, December the 6th, 2022, and we start all of our meetings with some, in the same way. So for those of you here, you'll put up with just a few minutes of boredom doing the things we have to do to officially open the meeting. We will go through it very fast, and in about 5 to 8 minutes from now, hopefully we'll start the key kids, the little ceremonies, picture taking, and allow y'all to get your pictures made and leave, and then we'll give a few minutes and go into our regular order of business and spare y'all having to listen to all of that. So with that being said, we've called to order. We always open our meetings with invocation. So in just a moment, I will ask that you please silence your phones or turn them off. If the gentlemen are wearing hats, please remove them. We'll have invocation, and then we will remain standing for the pledge, and hopefully some of y'all can help me get that going. So we will do the pledge, and then we will go a couple of things, and y'all will be coming up soon after that. So if you don't mind, please stand for a word of prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, we ask that you bless us here tonight. Please help us to address the needs and concerns of our city. We ask that you be with those who are sick in our community, those who have lost loved ones, and we've had several in the last few weeks. Please be with those families. Lord, we ask that you be with all of us. Help us to have a good, safe holidays. Ask you to bless these children here with us in the school system. We pray for them, pray for our whole city. It's this and all things we pray in your precious name. Amen.
Amen.
Stand, please. Uh-oh, we have a flag group. Somebody's taking our flag.
I didn't even pay for
She's going to find out.
We're all used to turning around.
Not that I'm worried about.
I have an imaginary flag.
Yeah, we may have to do that.
I hadn't paid it big attention.
No.
Did it when I rolled back.
Yeah.
We just do without it. Is that like a bad thing?
I would think that we could just do it without it. Be waiting on somebody that's gonna try.
Well, in my 18 years of being up here, that's the first time the flag has never been behind us.
And we didn't
we've
miss
seen
it.
And
And
none
we
of
didn't
us
miss
even recognized it, so we apologize for that.
Should just proceed with the,
Just do without it.
Use your tie, Jay.
yeah. We'll use your tie.
It's the closest thing we.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Well, sorry, sir. Well, I guess we can, I want to just skip the flag or the pledge?
See at the lodge. Yeah. I don't know where you skip it or what now.
Well, we can say the pledge if y'all would like, because we always do, and our flag, I'm sure somebody used it for a photo shoot or something and forgot to put it up, but it must have locked it in the office, we didn't know, so. Y'all we'll say the pledge, and then we'll go. If you like.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Isn't there another flag with that? If there's more, it's 2 or 3.
Oh, yeah, but it's, okay, thank you, and sorry about that. Heather, can you have a roll call, please?
Councilmember Little,
Present.
Councilmember Butler, Councilmember Skelton,
Present.
Councilmember Reese,
Present.
Councilmember Phillips,
Here.
Mayor Barlow.
Here. Please let the record reflect that all are here, including the city clerk, city attorney, police and fire chiefs. We have the agenda that was given to each of you, emailed to you yesterday. You have it in your booklet tonight. We briefly went over it in pre-council, so with a motion
I'll
to
make a
approve
motion
it.
to approve the agenda.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Skelton, seconded by Mr. Little to approve the agenda as distributed. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Those opposed. Okay. And now for what most of you are here for.
Do the minutes.
We will Go ahead, if you'd like, go into the next item, just go to the key kids, and then we'll come back to the, our minutes after that, if that's okay. Okay. All right, this is something that the whole city is very proud of, especially me and the council members here. Our school system has done excellent. We're really, really proud of Robert E. Lee, the teachers, the staff over there. They're doing good. They've been recognized, I understand, throughout the state for some of the programs and what they're doing, and we just hope that they will stay on that path. It's really good in providing the basic educations to help these young people move on and do good. So it's always a nice thing to be an elected official from here, because we are known throughout the region as having a really good school system, and that includes you, the parents and grandparents that participate and help make it what it is. So with that, in just a moment, I'm going to stand at the front. We'll call out each name. If you'd like to take a photograph, you can. We'll be there a minute. At the end of each one, we will have a minute, and then before everybody leaves, if somebody wants to take a picture or do anything, we will have just a couple minutes, but we'll go into a recess and allow you to do that. Thank all of you for coming tonight. We wish all of you a good, happy holiday. So I'm going to get up here and get this moving so we can get y'all out of here. I know it's a school night.
I know, that's why I was like, if I sat here long, I'll be asleep.
Okay, we'll start with kindergarten. The first one is Owen Guy. Hey, Owen. There you go, Owen. Go around right here. I'm just having. And then you, there you go. Okay, next, Jakeem Reed. Daniel Dinges. Daniel.
Come on, fist bump.
Colin Jones. Colin?
Fist bump.
They see us.
Cambery Donaldson. Kenlon Lee, Connie. Coney. There you go, right over here. Moving to the first grade. Cole Cunningham. Cole? Cooper Grissom. Cooper. Sawyer Stewart. Annie Kuiper. Lighton Nolan. Lighton Nolan.
Come on.
Ansley Linder. Ansley? Jackson Crane. Jackson. Bella Kate Donville. Jay Shermaine. Okay, right here. There, I seen that camera in the back. There you go. Congratulations.
Good job.
Second grade, Maddie Williams. Easton Easterbrook. Hey, Easton, right here. Hey, congratulations. Tall man, buddy. Finn Schuler. Wyatt Vickers. Hattie Phillips. Hattie? Okay, I think we're moving on to the third grade. Elijah Blunt. Elijah Blunt. Camille Seeley. Oh, goodness. Marcy Brownies. Macy. Briones? Nice. Hadley Reeves. Hey, Hadley. Will Slayton. Chloe Morgan.
It's worse to know them.
Addie Rose Curley. Addie Rose. Go turn this way. I'm sorry. There we go. Here we go. Go on this side. You got it. Ready. Come on. Macy Cunningham.
Oh, man.
Janie Kate Williamson. Riley Watkins.
We're gonna have the kids.
Braylon Wilson.
Way to go. Should have like the live stream too.
Lee Smith. Hey, Lee. Nick Hughes. Nick. Uh-oh, here we go. Hey, Nick. Congratulations, buddy. Let's do this right here we go. Can we turn it around like this? How's that? Come on, man. Hey. All right. Can you do that? Sure. You Frank, you better go across that and just turn around. Without. There you go.
Watch the table.
Got a ramp on that end.
Way to go. Good
Oh, there's one down there.
Good job, bud.
Way to go.
Fern Walter. Fern. Congratulations. Clara Roebuck. Claire? Right? You got yes. Emma Morgan. Multiple places too. There you go. There we go. You guys take your thing.
Good job.
Good job.
Okay, the sixth grade, Logan Tucker. Logan? Hey, Logan. Logan turned around and hold that. Bigger than I am. Congratulations. Come on.
Good job.
Good job, buddy.
Cadence Galt. Cadence, is that it? I think most people, GUD. Congratulations. Sorry, I missed your last name. You probably have that watch.
single day.
Okay, I think this.
Awesome job. Good job.
Good job.
Okay, well, that was it. So anybody wants to take a minute to take a picture or do anything? We're going to take about a 5-minute recess, and then for those of you here on other business, we'll get back to it. Thank you. 7:27. I think we've got to approve the minutes from the November 15th meeting, our last regular meeting.
So moved.
Motion made by Mr. Skelton. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Reese to approve the minutes as distributed. Any questions, additions, deletions? All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
In our pre-council tonight, we had a visitor, Mr. Al Hall. I think we cleared up, he gave first a thanks for the work that's been done around the park and Maple area. And he just said he'd like to see sidewalks down that way, and I think all of us would someday in the future too. So just for our record now. Mr. Sanderson, he was on the agenda, but I don't think he's made it in tonight, but I did want to call his name to make sure we wasn't omitting anybody. Okay, we do have a couple of people that were not in our pre-council, so at this time, we asked any visitors that want to come before the council to approach. We asked for your name and specifically what you might have in question if you want to come before us.
Well, can I say something tonight, please?
Sure.
I gotta come up here, can you hear me from where I'm at?
Well, formality, we generally ask to come to the podium, and if we don't keep our own rules, but
Heather knows who I am, ain't it?
she does. Jack Presenoff, for the record, a frequent person who we all know.
I
Mr.
just wish you
Presnell.
were up at Dogwood Circle up there by the by the park. They did an excellent job up there. It looks great. And I know with everybody up here in this room, or everywhere else, has got someone up there that either friend, loved one, family, or something else buried in that cemetery. One of our citizens went up there and I assume he took it off his own hip and paid to have those roads that go through that cemetery. It's outstanding. And, Melvin Horton, I know there's been some controversy about Melvin, but Melvin has taken care of that thing for the last 15 years or longer by himself. Him and Red Pierce used to go up there and work day in and day out cleaning that thing up. And I would love to ask the council if they would consider making some kind of recognition for Melvin and Red for the work that they've done at that cemetery. That cemetery is very special to me. My gravestone's up there. The death part of it hadn't been filled out. However, somebody goes up there with a magic mark and keeps filling it out. But I would love, if you would, but please consider that.
Those two and a couple of other people
But if you
have
go
done
over and
for
look at that
years.
road that goes to the graveyard now, they went in there and put those gravel in there, and they leveled that thing out, and the roads are in immaculate condition, along with the pavement that came down through on Dogwood. So, I don't know, that cemetery is very special.
Right. And I think Miss Lavinia Spotswood just left here, for any of you that didn't know, or any of you watching. She is raising money for the sign that they're wanting to replace to turn
Sign
in.
definitely need to be painted.
So we're wanting to redo the sign going into the cemetery, which is going to be taken care of by, I think, families of people back there and some donations. I'm sure she would love for anybody to make a donation, so if any of you will, also,
I ain't talking to her no more.
that and the compliments of the new city sign. When you go in, there'll be new signs on both sides, the new pavement,
But the park area
is looking good.
The cemetery is in good condition.
It is.
Like I say, Melvin has worked on that thing for the last 15 years, and if you go over there to help him, sometimes he run you off.
Yep.
He got, I want you in here. But Red went up there and helped him. Him and Red were, they were good buddies.
Right.
And they would work together up there. If I went up there, he'd tell me, I want you up there, get out of here. So I wish y'all would consider some kind of recognition for Melvin.
I think the council would be willing to do something for both of those gentlemen. I mean, they have contributed a lot. Believe me, we have many, many people here that make Satsuma what it is. I
Except
mean,
for my headstone, make sure nobody filled it out.
I don't think they've done that, Mr. Jack, but we'll check on it. Ma'am, did you want to come before the council or any? Yes, ma'am, well, I didn't know. Well, you'd come in late, so I didn't want to admit anybody before we get into regular order. Okay, if there's no one else wanting to come before the council tonight, then we'll go into our regular order of business. Most of these things I have been over before, and I touched on all of them tonight in our pre-council. I did express that, some of you know we've had a lot of sickness in our community in the last several weeks. We've actually had several deaths of some longtime people, and like I said, we'd like to give condolences to the Baker family, Briars, the Criswell or Stringfellow families, if you see them. I always hate that during the holidays. Also in our pre-council, I would like to touch on it again. I think our city always looks great. The signs coming into the city, our city hall, library, water board, public safety building, public works buildings, and we've actually been doing some work on the Steel Creek Lodge. We've done some on the weekend for the Grinch breakfast, and we left some of that up. We've added a few things outside. So hopefully we have all our buildings looking good. Hopefully y'all all received some good positive comments on those. I know I have. Like I said, I wanted to thank the ladies and the Public Works and the employees who contributed to this. I'm sure tonight I'll forget many of the people that I should be thanking because there's so many people to thank. But as far as the decorations go, I gave big thanks to Randy Little, his wife and daughter. Hannah always help out. This year they recruited his niece Morgan to help, and between the two girls, they really, I think, did a good job, and is really appreciated. So thanks. Please tell them I said that on behalf of the city, Mr. Little.
Okay.
This year on Saturday morning, we had the third Grinch breakfast that was hosted by Mr. Phillips' daughter, Jennifer. I think he and his wife both put in a lot of time, but Bubba, did I hear him say that there was like 70-plus volunteers they had down there the other day?
I heard 60 and I heard 70. It was quite a turnout.
We had students from Satsuma school system, some of them from Saraland school system participated, the SCDO, the Women's Club, Miss Becky Murray and her sister, Miss Howell, Carly and Jennifer Bowden both stayed up there, I know, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So them, the students and all, we really appreciate it. I think it was a big success. Wasn't there over 300 people at both sittings?
Yes. Also, the University of Mobile softball team.
Yeah, University of
there.
Mobile. I guess
Also
I'd
here.
overlooked that. Bill Beasley and his son Chris up at the Chevron, I know, donated some food, which we, there was a leftover, and I know we called and gave some of that to one of the ministries here locally too, so. The street paving project, I will have our engineering firm, Civil Southeast, told me today, they sent over an email saying that the work had been completed and it was satisfactory. I'm having James and Travis to go look, make sure everything looks good tomorrow, with the exception of any striping mainly around the park. So that project should be now about complete when the striping's finished. I'm glad to see that done. I still hope the CRISA funding project for Old 43, which was awarded to H.O. Weaver, will be, that we will see some work in the first quarter, hopefully not just the work, but the work and completion in the first quarter of next year from that funding. The Go Mesa grant regarding Steel Creek Lodge, it is out for bid at this time from Goodwin Mills and Kaywood. The bids must be in on December the 14th is the last day to submit their bids. We know that there are 3 different companies that have been down looking at the project. That's we're hoping all 3 will submit a bid, so we will know what we're looking for. That's a lot of work has gone into that. I did tell Robbie that we do appreciate the work in the last couple of months to finally have this thing to where it's at today. But I hope that our next council meeting will discuss this project in greater detail. Our audit, Wilkins Miller, is currently doing the, preparing our audit. They said that the water board and the city will both be ready in January. I asked that, in our next meeting, we discuss if y'all want to do it on a council night or if you would like to call a special meeting for just the audit on the night of that. So we probably need an hour to, hour and a half at least on nothing but the audit in order to go through it. So y'all just be thinking about that, and I'll let y'all know if there's any change in that. The water sewer project is continuing to move forward. I'm sure Mr. Skelton can probably fill y'all in on that, but for reasons of some of the legislation on has changed on water sewer things, I think projects that have been in the works that are bid, is it before the middle of next month or something? There's different laws they fall under, and since we prepared this for the last several years, we're trying to keep it all under before any of the changes take place that go into effect early next year. We discussed any type of workshop or special council meeting. Really didn't have any feedback from the council on that. We do have some things we're going to have to address regarding hiring, workshops regarding building projects that's been in question for some time. We have interviewed a potential candidate for our building inspector. Heather has been working to get the information that the person needs. He was interviewed by Mr. Little and Mr. Phillips. They both liked him, recommended that I interview him. I did. I thought he was a good candidate, so if we can satisfy some of the insurance questions that he had, and it was kind of common questions people are asking, so I think we've been able to answer that. We were hoping he'll be started here in the very near future. So I'm hoping at the next council meeting, I'll give you all an update on it. If we do hire a building inspector, the truck that we've been using for the city vehicle for 2 years now will be used by the building inspector, so we will need to look at going ahead and purchasing a vehicle for the for city use. Have the police report submitted today. Last month, there was 443 calls for service, 1 felony case, 1 felony arrest, 52 misdemeanor arrests were made, 49 arrests were made, 52 misdemeanor cases were written up. We had 8 traffic accidents in the city last month and multiple traffic violations. You want to read that one? Just you. Senior report. I reminded everyone that the safety/Christmas dinner is set for next Monday night at Steel Creek Lodge at 6:30 p.m. That's the 13th. Also reminded everyone that we do have the sidewalk project starting on the pre-construction on the 13th at 9 a.m. here at City Hall. Construction on Highway 43 at the intersection of Pennsylvania Crossing is still scheduled for January 3rd for middle to construction. I wanted to thank those who participated in the Christmas parade, whether it be the people that built floats, the walkers. We had multiple people that does business with the city that had vehicles out here and floats, throws, and it looked very good. I was very proud of that. Baldwin Square was packed on Saturday with the vendors. I heard from the SCDO that they were extremely pleased with that they did raise some funds. Speaking of raising funds, the Ladies Club has got the tour of homes Saturday night. What's the hours of that? 5 to 8 p.m. Hopefully y'all can look at some of the homes that we have, and also the library next door has worked on that. So please take time to go by and look and support those people doing that and helping out in the city. We got the city calendar in, as you can see, it's filling up pretty rapidly already for the month, and we just put things related to us on here, so there's many more events going. Again, I would like to say thanks to everybody that's participated in the last couple of weeks to help us in whatever manner they have done, whether it be decorating, helping with the Grinch, helping Baldwin Square set up, building floats, participating in that. It's, I think it shows, and I really do appreciate it. So, with that being said, I think between pre-council and this, y'all are aware of everything that we got going on there that should take place at least before the next meeting. I'll move on now to Mr. Little and Public Services. Randy?
The senior report, I'll give it real quick. We still having about a dozen that comes on Tuesdays and Thursday mornings down at the senior center. Our Meals on Wheels delivered 931 meals for the month of November to 49 different participants. Our van made 32 trips to different medical appointments and such as that. Also, Mary handled the inspector interviews. Once again, that hopefully was very promising. Couple of good interviews with that. I want to thank everybody again for Saturday, the ones that participated and helped, and there was a ton of stuff going on in our city. And I mentioned in pre-council, we're still getting prices on fixing some of the issues at our trash ramp that we had a little damage, but hopefully by next meeting, hopefully we'll have something together with that. Also, I did want to mention, I'll try to mention next meeting also, but coming up for Christmas and New Year's, I know everything will be closed, but garbage pickup will run on Friday, December the 23rd, and then after Christmas on that following Monday, which is the 26th. Also, Friday, December the 30th, garbage will run, and on January the 2nd, that following Monday. So I'll try to mention that again, but we will try to run garbage those days. I believe that's all, Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Little. Mr. Butler in Public Safety is not here. I gave the police report, and we're going to move on to Mr. Skelton. I think he's going to provide our fire report.
So for the month of November, the fire department had 60 calls. 45 of those were EMS, 15 were fire related. There was an additional 3 mutual aid calls made. We had 29 paid participants in the Christmas parade. And our judges selected third place on their awards. Third place was Mr. Claude Tuberville. Second place was Satsuma Family Dental. And first place was the varsity cheerleader float pulled by Mr. Joe Tarver. So we want to thank everyone for participating and helping us in the fire department. That's all I have.
Ms. Reese?
Yes, sir. I wanted to remind everybody about the reindeer run that's going to be in Baldwin Square this Saturday. The 5K is at 8, and the 1 mile fun run is at 9. Just be there. I guess I would say no later than 7:30 if you want to sign up the day of, or you can register online through Little Red Hen Productions. There's a link to the reindeer run. And if you've never done it before, it's a lot of fun. And if you have, you can come out and race Randy because he's pretty good. That's all.
How many total entries did we have in the parade Saturday, Ms. Skelton?
We had 29 paid participants, and then we had some outside agencies, had a couple of wreckers, additional ladder truck from Theodore, and a ambulance from Newman's.
Mr. Phillips, Public Works.
Mayor, as usual, the Public Works Department's been hard at work. I'm just go run down the list and hit some high points of things they did in since the last council meeting. They put up the nativity scene, worked the Christmas parade. They put up the Christmas tree at the Public Safety Building, decorated Public Works for Christmas. Decorated side by side and a new tractor for the parade. removed a fallen tree on Third Street, assisted with Christmas decorations at the library, City Hall, and the lodge. They ran the Leaf Act for 3 days. And also want to thank Travis. He actually personally run the garbage truck for 4 days. So that's just the high points of what they did. And I'd like to also comment about Saturday. I've lived here pretty much all my life, and I think Saturday is one of the better days I've seen in the city of Satsuma. The breakfast with the Grinch was great. Like I say, the volunteers, there's too many for me to try to name, but without them, that's not possible to do. And special thanks too, Mayor. I heard you mention Mr. Little and myself. You failed to mention how you and Penny were Mr. and Miss Mayor of Whoville, which I thought y'all played the part pretty good, and a special thanks for that. And like I say, when we left there and went to I got to the park about Baldwin Square about 12 o'clock, and there wasn't room to walk. I mean, all the vendors I talked to were very happy. Our merchants in town were happy, and the Christmas parade, like I said, I think it's one of the larger parades we've had. It was fun to participate in it, and the crowd was just unbelievable how many people we had. So, like I say, it was a good day for our city. And that's all I got, Mayor.
Yeah, I did want to mention, we didn't have a chance to talk about it, but y'all did, hopefully some of y'all got a chance to see Quentin lead the parade.
Did speak to him, yeah.
Quentin rode in the front of the parade. He seemed to enjoy it. He was in good spirits and good mood that day. So I was glad to see that. And also, we let Miss Moore ride in one of the public works vehicles that was trailing the parade. So if y'all may have seen her come by, she was dressed out in her Christmas attire, but I think she was having a good time. So both of those were able to participate in the parade. Okay. We've gone through the mayor and council. Now the next thing we have is payment of the bills.
I'll make a motion to pay the bills in the amount of $45,464.62.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Skelton, seconded by Mr. Phillips to pay the bills in the said amount. Any questions? All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, okay. B, discussion and consideration of purchasing an ad for the Call News for our Christmas ad. I mentioned that to you. That's if y'all just looked at some of the like Thanksgiving ads that come up or the ads from last year, it just something to the effect of, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, or have a safe and happy holiday, something of those effects from the city of Satsuma. Do y'all
They
have-
extended the deadline because it says the deadline was December 2nd.
I'm sure they would extend the deadline because I think they print on, it's Tuesdays, and we got a couple before the holidays are due. But if they don't, I will, it'll be null and void. But if they do, what would y'all like to?
How much is the ad, Mayor?
I think it's in
What
your
we
book
talking
here. I don't.
about?
Looks like quarter of a page, $2.99, half a page, $4.99. Eighth of a page, $1.99. You can't tell what we did last year, can you? It was.
Well, y'all don't all jump in here at once to say anything.
I have no problem with doing an ad. And personally, a quarter of a page ain't much of an ad over, I personally wouldn't mind seeing a half a page. But that's just my opinion.
I don't think we can afford a full page, I'll say that. I mean, we maybe do an eighth or maybe a quarter or half, I don't know.
I'm good with either one.
I'm good with a half.
I think wasn't the half done for Thanksgiving?
I didn't think we did any, I mean, the last couple of ads, we didn't pay him this run. Oh, no.
I'm not familiar.
Not sure.
Wait, I can look.
I was wondering what we did for last year. I would assume it was probably between a quarter and a half, but
I would too.
I think one was done, but I'm not sure.
think what?
I think an ad was done.
Oh, yeah.
Thanksgiving, but I'm not sure. I can look tomorrow and let you know.
All right, if we paid for an ad for Thanksgiving, then let's do a quarter. If we didn't pay for an ad, then we'll do a half. How about that?
That's good.
Okay. Everybody okay with that?
That's good.
Sounds fine.
All right. The last thing on our agenda tonight is authorize the state of Alabama to access city right-of-way.
Need a motion?
Jay, have you looked over the, I mean, it's,
Resolution, it looks fine to me.
okay. Okay, resolution 2022-12-01, a resolution basically saying what it is made from the state right-of-way, which you, on Highway 43. Okay? Y'all want to put it up for immediate adoption?
Sure.
Tonight? Okay. Okay. Got to have a roll call vote, don't we? Put it up for immediate adoption?
Yep.
All right. I'll entertain a motion to suspend the rules and put the said resolution 2022-12-01 up for immediate adoption tonight. Roll call vote.
Who's gonna do the motion?
I'll
So
do it.
moved. Second.
Motion made by Mr. Little, seconded by Ms. Reese.
Councilmember Little?
Yes.
Councilmember Butler? Councilmember Skelton?
Yes.
Councilmember Reese?
Yes.
Councilmember Phillips?
Yes.
Mayor Roberts?
Yes. Now we'll put the said resolution up for immediate adoption. Same two.
So moved, yeah.
Second.
Motion again made by Mr. Little, seconded by Ms. Reese, to put the motion up for immediate adoption. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Okay. Well, it is not even 8 o'clock. We have gone through everything on the agenda. We've had the key kids. Is there any other business that needs to come before the council? Again, I would like to thank you and all of you out there that have helped in the last couple of weeks around the city. Hopefully, we'll have a good, safe holiday season. And if there's no further business to come before our council, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Motion is made and seconded. We are adjourned.
Where was that resolution? What area was that covering? I was trying to, it said 158.